This man only had his head remaining, which was still able to move freely, and even melted away. He could also be transformed into a black liquid and reconstituted into a complete body. All of this happened because he was accidentally infected by a mysterious pollen. Mike was a plant expert, studying all kinds of strange plants. One day, he noticed something like pollen on his clothes. He took some samples and observed them under a microscope, and found that these things seemed to have life, and could quickly arrange and combine. But at that time, he didn't realize that the plants next to him seemed to be alive and voluntarily extended their vines to touch the powder. He tried to cover it with his hands, but to his surprise, this plant grew rapidly like a mutant, quickly wrapping his hands and then rushing towards the door with his son. "I need to tell you something," Mike shouted loudly, telling his son to hurry away. The boy was confused and then went out of the door, but just as he was about to call his sister to tell her about his father's strange behavior, the plant suddenly appeared behind him and dragged him into the sewer. The strange plant opened his mouth and sprayed a cloud of powder inside. In a panic, the boy reached for the nearby iron rod and smashed it against the wall of the sewer. Meanwhile, the strange plant on Mike's side vanished instantly, but his arm showed abnormal patterns. Mike wrapped it with gauze and fell into a coma. Unexpectedly, a red line emerged from it and woke him up. He was startled. He tried to touch it with his fingers and found that this thing seemed to have its own consciousness. As soon as his fingertips touched it, they quickly withdrew. Mike quickly removed the bandage on his hand, but in horror, he discovered that there were tentacles growing at the abnormal patterns on it. He wanted to use tweezers to pull out the tentacles, but suddenly a huge package grew on his arm. "Holy crap, there's something in my arm."